If you like wallpaper but the sticker shock is holding you back, then I'm gonna show you how you can get the same look for a fraction of the cost. I'm Kyle Ortiz, I'm a dad of 3, a husband, a DIYer, and my whole goal of the content that I create is to just inspire people to try and take that first step. So many people say, I could never do that. You can do it. So the current project I'm working on right now is my office space. It's a shared office space for my wife and I. It's mainly though gonna be designed in the way that she really wants it. My wife is fun and bold and colorful and artistic and creative. I want this to be a place where she can come and sit down every day and be inspired, because I just want her to like where she works every day. I like doing things that she likes. The people who lived here before me opened all of this up. So I built the wall, framed out a wall to create this office space, got it framed out in a weekend, got all the electrical done, got the drywall up, finished the mudding and the painting and all that stuff. I watched plenty of This Old House and I saw how they frame walls. And then I put in new baseboards in a bigger, chunkier style, added a board and batten wall feature. So the lower color is this really cool turquoisey blue. And then the upper color is this like almondy white color. And then the ceiling matches the blue below. And then above the board and batten, my wife has her heart set on this cool wallpaper, except wallpaper is super expensive. So we're gonna save some money. I'm gonna show you how you can get a very similar look for a fraction of the cost. We're just gonna start by getting a grid. Plot out this pattern on the wall. And I don't know if you knew this, but a carpenter's pencil is shaped this way so that you can run a solid line. That's why it's so thick and narrow. You definitely can't just do this, what I'm doing now, with a regular pencil. So these are very cool. Okay, perfect. I'm really stoked to see this all come to life. This is a laser level, a tool everybody should have. I'm gonna cut a board that's 39 inches that we can just repeat. And then I'm also gonna cut a board that's the width of our square. Use it as a spacer block. Okay. All right, this is where this comes into play. The most important part of DIY is having the patience to do it right. The only way that you can get quicker, get better, is from experience. That's kind of what it's all about. It's just learning as you go. It might take you way longer than you thought it would, but such is life. All right, we have our grid drawn up on the wall and the pattern that I'm gonna use. So there'll be another row of yellow and lavender, because those are the ones my wife likes. So I went over to Home Depot last night and I had them mix up a quart of each color, 8 colors total. I wanted to make sure I had enough. That is extreme yellow. Okay, let's get started. Ooh, no drips, no drips, no drips. Gotta go quick, gotta go quick. It gets real drippy. But after this one, we're gonna get another color up here. When it comes to projects like this, you can either spend the money and have somebody do it. In this case, I probably would have spent like 800 bucks, $300 to $400 on the wallpaper, and then like another $400 at least having a professional install it. So I didn't really want to do that. I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. You know what? I'm gonna be able to sit back and I'm gonna be able to say, you know what? I did this with my own 2 hands. And then, you know, the coolest thing is when people come over, they're gonna be like, oh my God, I love that. That looks so cool. Is that wallpaper? And you're like, oh no, I painted that. I painted that myself. Wallpaper. That's a nice purple. This one's nice. So this one's giving Easter egg. You need patience and you just need a little bit of elbow grease, and you can have a space that makes you feel comfortable and happy. I'm not gonna lie, this is actually quite relaxing. Saving me money, saving me money. All right, so I'm loving the way this is looking. I think it's got that like fun playfulness. It's really giving that wallpaper effect. A lot more work to do, but we're 90% done. All right, so we're all finished up and I am really happy with it. We got the desks in, and so now it's time to bring in all the really cool accessories that are just gonna bring this space to life. And that's really gonna make it look like what she had in her mind. We had originally color matched all of these, and then when we put it on the wall, it just didn't feel right. So I warmed it up and I basically replaced all of the colors with kind of a different tone. Basically, I did all of these checkers in all of these colors 3 times. And everything just works really nicely with this beige background, and I love it. I think it looks great. We brought in a lot of really fun elements that I think make it feel warm and comfortable and inviting. And I think this is a perfect example of where, you know, going bold ended up working out great. It was just a matter of choosing the right colors. And so if you have a space in your house and you want it to look fun and exciting, then I would encourage you to go for it. Nothing is permanent, especially with paint. Altogether, this room took me about 3 weeks, and I think if I was to come up with a final budget for this space, including the desks, definitely under $1,000. If you already had the furniture that you wanted for an office, this whole thing would have cost me about 350 bucks. For the crown molding, the paint, the board and batten, the baseboards, total. I just want people to know that like you don't need to be rich to make your space feel more comfortable or inviting. The real value comes when you sit back and you look at something you've done and you realize like, damn, like I made that. You can't really put a price on that. That's really cool. I think my wife's really gonna love it. If this video is your vibe, like and subscribe to HGTV and you'll see a ton more just like this.